Welcome back to Vinland Builders. We march on. Before starting recording this time, I did a couple things that I mentioned in the last episode. One was we had an event up here for an Orikokum bead. It was a scantily clad, voluptuous woman that YouTube, in their prudence, would not appreciate me showing. So essentially, was another one of those weird people. She had a scar that was a rune, and we had to lay down, and she stabbed us with a bunch of vines until we got the pearl. So not overly interesting, actually, as oddly as that sounds. Next, I went ahead and I cleaned up everything on the map that was generic resources. So I picked a bunch of seaweed, I grabbed the salt, I grabbed the hemp, whatever. So anything that's left here is pretty much food things, hunting things. Oh, I guess I missed one, maybe. No, that's going to be berries. We have the spider I didn't want to do. We have some ash that we need. We have a snake. This is some hunting. This is some hunting. I don't know about the spider. We know where a couple more runes are, and we have a few more things to explore. So I just cleaned that up off camera just to save us a little bit of time. Tamo got the bejeebus beaten out of her to do that event, so she's actually gonna have to take the morning off and rest. We are also going to clear up some injuries on Bloodwed from our failed fight against Gwendolyn. I think that's her name. Let me check. What is her name? Giant sword wielding woman. Yeah, Gwendolyn. I did try to look this up, and I didn't really get a good answer on it other than, yes, this is what it does. So what it's doing to us is, if we look at Bloodwed, it takes all of your combat traits, and it takes everything good that you got, but leaves all the penalties. So for her, max damage -1, I don't get any of the benefits. Critical, -50%, I don't get any of the benefits. Max damage +2, I don't get. Health -2, I do get. So essentially, for magic reasons that nowhere in the game does it tell you it's going to do this, you just magically lose all of your bonuses. So ironically enough, characters that you didn't build for combat tend to actually be better. So if we look at Moira here, the only thing she has is Heroic Fool. So she's not going to get her AP, but she'll just have -1 damage resistance. Why? Because you're dead in Vinland, I guess. I couldn't find anyone that got an answer to that. The devs refused to answer, it appears. So I don't know. When we go back into combat, I'm going to double check her tooltip. I'll be way less salty if it actually says that. But requiring somebody's out-of-game knowledge, and that's just, I mean, frankly, I just think it's a dumb mechanic. Why would you do that? Like, if that was a very specific thing, you think it would be called out, I guess. And that's the last whining I'll say about that. To wit, though, I think we can get away with still using Kari. If we look at what I've picked on her, minus dodge, minus a little bit of accuracy, minus some more dodge, and that's it. So she's actually okay to keep going. Tamo was our other one we attempted, and she did okay, but I have a feeling effects resistance. Basically, we just have to minus accuracy. Yeah, we were really struggling. Yep. We were really struggling to hit on her, and that makes total sense. So I think we're going to try again. We're going to go Kari. I think we're going to go Mora. Reason being is in her skills here, max damage +2, accuracy +5%. So we're going to try to use this to buff Kari so that she can do damage. We can hit maybe with a curse. If I remember, Gwendolyn has pretty good effect resist, so I don't know if this will actually work. We'll try, though. We can give ourselves plus dodge. We could try to debuff her damage and her effect resistance. That'd actually be a good wombo combo, but it would take, I think, more actions than we have. Surprising, but yeah. So I think we're basically just going to use this to try to buff. That means we need somebody to stand in front and get hit. And you know who we know that is good at standing in front and getting hit. Okay, he has Eric's moveset, which is a little unfortunate. I wish we had a defensive one. He does have the... Can't have crits land on him, though. That's probably good enough. Okay, I have some healing that might need to happen on him. The other option would be Solveig. I don't think we've taken a single combat trait on her, so she wouldn't have any penalties there. In a fight, what do you have? You also are sturdy. Not particularly good in combat. Cause chaos on the battlefield. Better safe than sorry. Target self. Dodge plus 30%. Okay, we have 5% normally. Well, 5% from our dog buff. Lower our initiative. Swap row. Our live bait. Target all enemies in the melee row. Minus AP, minus initiative. Allies in all rows, plus initiative, plus minimum damage. Okay, that's a maybe. So she could buff Kari again. The minimum damage is really important. We need our minimum damage to be 3, essentially, because Gwendolyn has -2. So we need to be able to at least hit for 1. So if we crit, then we'll get the extra stats. Desperate Assault. Again, that's another minus effects. If I could get that rolling, and she actually has the AP to maybe be able to do that. Get the debuff or the effects resistance down so we could actually hit her with stuff. Okay, and we also have a level here. Yeah, critical resist. Now, see, ironically enough, that would be good here because she can't be crit. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to build her for combat. Injury losses, but injury gains minus 10%. She's not really struggling with any of that. Just straight +2 health, some extra hunting, extra constitution. I think I'm actually going to take the health. Oh, wait, we're not going to get that for the fight. And this is literally the only fight she's going to do. Forestry XP. I think I'm going to actually take that. Sometimes she doesn't have anything to do. That'll just give me an excuse to put her on wood. Okay, so she has back pain. We might want to solve that. Mora has nothing going on. And yeah, nothing we can cure here. Okay, so Solveig, can we bandage you? I don't remember where we're at on bandages. 2. No. Yes. Okay, I think we're gonna try that this morning. No, because I can make a piece of gear here. Kari still has her buff running. I might want 2 pieces of armor. Or maybe we just try it with the 1. I'll think about that a little bit. Doggo's resting. In fact, no, we're not gonna do it this morning. I think the dog buffs might apply. And if they do, this is really, really good. So I'm going to rest him up. We'll get the attack buff and we'll try in the afternoon. We also, Sisay has a level up. Hunter. He's probably not going hunting. Builder. Just straight +1 AP. Again, he's not going to see combat. Some extra exploration. Some crafting XP. He's really just stuck on the sheep, if I'm being honest. So I think he'll just take the depression reduction. Not that he has big problems with that. And we are on a stone tribute, which absolutely sucks. I've debated long and hard, with no focus, 1 to 5 stone, 0 to 4 iron. If we focus on stone, it goes to 2 to 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go no focus. I really need some iron. We'll see. We'll see. If I keep rolling 1 over and over and over again on stone, maybe I'll change my mind. This does allow us... Oh, throughout the events that I cleared out, we did get a little bit of food. So we have enough that I don't actually need to hunt or fish today. So we're just going to take our money and run, as it were. Eric's also got crushed fingers, so he's going to finish this up. And maybe we'll just stick to this for a minute. All right, let's go ahead and roll that. One of the things I got out of those events was a bunch of healing leaves. I focused on that rather than hemp. I feel like we can get the hemp pretty effectively now. Yeah, she really got messed up in that encounter. She just kept failing over and over and over again. It was very bad. We also have a lot of water. Maybe we should go check Loki, do a trade. Fruit. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll remember to actually do the sheep. Okay, what are we gonna get? 3. Okay. And an iron. We did lose 1 trap also. So I've got 5. I believe we got 5. Oh my goodness. It rains, it pours. Alright, let's get this exploration finished. And an encounter. Okay, that's not really what I want at the moment, because, yeah, I want Kari to come in fresh. So let's hope Kari does not take any damage here. Alright, given this crew, I think we're going to do a You're Next. And then blap. There you go. And with 2 points left, we'll just set dodge. Alright. Big AoE. Yeah, it's amazing how good you are when you actually get your combat stats. And you have 10 AP instead of, like, 5. You're the easier of the two, and we whiff. Alright, these guys aren't too painful. They're mostly going to buff each other. Imagine being called a drunkard elite. You've definitely made some life choices to get to that point. Alright, Floodwet, move forward. Punch him in the face. Can I hit the guy in the back row? Alright, Turtle Strike. And Jinx. Janna, blap. Crit for 0. Alright. Yeah. He doesn't even have damage resistance. Oh yeah, he does. We're over here on his permanent. Alright, that makes more sense. 1. So bad. Damage resistance is like the stat in this game. It's offensively, it's critting people, and defensively, it's minus damage. Just the way those equations work. Oh my goodness, Kari, what is going on here? 95% accuracy, and you whiff. What is this, XCOM? 3, I guess just dodge. Literally should not be having problems with drunks. And they're gonna keep buffing each other. Annoying, but at least we're not taking damage. Alright, let's go for maximum damage. Are we even gonna be able to damage you? We should. 1 to 4. Okay, there's gotta be something else. Oh, he has, okay, he's got the +2. Yeah, so we basically have to roll a 4 to be able to deal damage. And she can't crit, so. Alright, let's see if we can debuff damage resistance. Yeah, that'll help a ton. Get our dodge on. Alright. Please. Thank you. Jeez. In fact, I'm gonna do the same here. Good. Back. Alright, 6 HP. And a whiff. Excellent. 2 for 2? Alright. At least we didn't get beaten up too badly in this one. That's something at least. Also, you can use numbers to do these, by the way, so if I had a number 1. I don't know why. My muscle memory makes me click things in this game, but you don't have to. There you go. Jeez, you really need A+ minimum damage. Like, really bad, Shana. 7 boost, jeez. At least the loot on those guys is alright. Okay. Good job, everyone. Doggy, can you give me an attack order, please? Alright, you are healed up. Come and cook dinner. Cool. Fire's good, water's good. Alright, anyone else I want to heal up at the moment? We have a whole bunch of wounded people. Dislocated shoulder is going to really put a crimp in his mining, isn't it? Actually, it's not. Yeah, have fun swinging a pickaxe with a dislocated shoulder. Enjoy. Sisse has a little bit of sickness. Mora has a little bit of sickness. Let's do that combo. And just get that cleaned up. I like to keep her really in tip-top shape, since she's the healer. Alright, are we going to try to do another piece here? So we made one of these, which is extra dodge. I'm not sure that those would stack. We have one of these running on Kari at the moment. I think we might have made a second one. No, I think that's good. Alright, go ahead and work on that. He's got crushed fingers, so that's gonna suck, but nothing else I can do about that. We got some fruit. Let's switch you back to hemp focus. Mining, you two are gonna explore. What do we actually find? I don't know why it hides that every once in a while. Never used to do that. Alright, what do we get? Obstructed horn. A big wooden lure is sitting right here in the middle of the forest. The craftsmanship of the Scandinavian horn is rather unsettling, both primitive and sophisticated. A rather tall human could blow the lure if it wasn't filled with rotting filth. But what catches your eye are all the ears and beads hanging above the rune engraved on a golden plaque. Rune? The rune is carved on a golden plaque. Is it the initial letter of the owner, or is it to imbue the lure with magic meaning of the rune? Wow, that's a hard check. You remember people arguing about this rune. One said uruz, meaning slag, and another one said showers, and a third one said aurochs. They kept bickering about it for ages, but eventually agreed the fact that it embodies primal energies such as sudden strength, prowess, wildness, and creativity. Does that mean you would need strength to solve the mystery of the horn? You sure would need a lot of breath to produce a sound. That would be a real achievement. Let's empty the horn. You put your hand in the filth hole, of course, because we don't use tools around here, and get the trash out of the horn. You produce a big pile of trash next to the wind instrument. Bloodwood is stinky. You remove animal and human remains, broken pieces of armor, shattered glass. Among all this rubbish, you find a few things that can be salvaged. Oh boy, 11 rotting food. A smelly fertilizer. I don't even know what that is. Satisfied with your findings, you stare at the pile of trash. What the heck? The horn should be empty now, but it's filled as it was when you started getting the trash out. Keep emptying. Come on, there has to be an end to all this filth. You suddenly resume cleaning out with more energy this time. No matter how much trash you move, there's no end. You start to believe the horn is filling itself. Will it ever end? Keep trying. Come on, there has to be an end to this filth. Keep trying. Keep trying. Alright, we're not making checks, so I don't think that's actually working. Alright, give up. Alright, let's see. Blow the horn. Wisdom and Constitution. That's a weird combo. You place your mouth against the top hole. You take a big breath and pinch your lips. Blow. Then you huff and you puff, trying to blow the trash out. There's no trash going out, but the jaw of the skull mounted on the lure starts chattering softly. Creepy. Didn't finish on that. Check the skull. Not really what you expected, but at least you achieved something. Maybe the key to this mystery of the lure resides in the skull. You check it out. The skull is firmly stuck between antlers fixed to the horn. The top and bottom jaw appears to be stuck in a small hole in the side of the lure, the size of a hand. Strange, you can't move the jaws with your hands right now, but you swear you heard it move. Who could forget that creepy teeth chattering sound? I'll blow it again. You put both hands inside the mouth of the skull and cover the hole and press firmly to prevent the air from escaping. Then you take a deep breath and blow again. Although no air comes from the side hole, the skull does the strange chattering again. On your hands this time. Yet you see the whole horn trembling as trash starts rolling out. Ignore the pain. Uh-oh. Oof. You huff and you puff and try to blow the trash out, ignoring the pain. You feel the whole horn trembling even more. You feel dizzy. You're almost out of breath when you finally hear a vibrant tooting sound. You did it. You blew the horn. It resounds so strongly the horn breaks. That's not good. All that's left is the skull trapping your hands. You break it and set them free and notice a small golden bead falling on the ground. You pick it up. It looks like Oricolcum. All right, 6 to go. All right. What was that one, though? Because I planned on using her in combat. Dizzy. Okay, that's fine. We can be dizzy. That's all right. Back to camp. All right, so we need Battle Doggy to go up. Go. Sissy, I can't believe you would cheat on Mora. We thought you were a good man. Yeah, don't be fortified. I'm on to you. Okay, Tomo's back in the game. We're working on a drying device, which just will make our salt more effective. Oh, I didn't go and empty our water out. Battle Doggy coming up. And our food. Alright, one more harvest of hemp, and then we should be able to make more rope. 6 stone. We're averaging 3 per grab, so 12 every 2 days. Yeah, we might actually be able to make that tribute, as much as I hate that. I need the stone for myself. Alright, what did we find? Salt marsh. Well, we've done this one before. We find several different colored pools. We're going to go into the green one. I believe this one is minus depression. Relax. No, it was injury. Okay. That's alright. Cleaned her up. Oh, it was depression. Okay. Next, blue shimmers. I don't remember what this one is. I know I've done it with her before. Clean up some stats. They're not very bright. Alright, we'll just do it with her for safety's sake. Try to reach the bottom. Get some seaweed. Lower some depression. Okay. And red shimmers. Now this one, I know I've done this one with her 100%, so let's try it. Get in the water. We're floating, we're having fun. Raises our fatigue a little bit. Okay, well, there you go. And then we'll just harvest up the salt. Yep, thank you. Got a lot of salt from the stuff on the map. Back in. Yep, left it. Thank you. Alright. Also, before I forget, let's go to Loki. Let's trade. What do you want? I want other stuff. Need random pot of seed. I think we're just gonna get the seeds. The other stuff's kind of whatever. Tin potable water. I don't know why you would pay that more expensive stuff, that's for sure. Alright, never mind. Okay, so let's just double check in here. Nothing horrible going on. We have some horrible stuff going on, but it's not combat related. Holy moly, you are like first stacking back. And Solveig, the hero we need. She's smelly. She's a glutton, but it gives her +1 health. That's ironic. Alright, let's give this another try. We are increasing our salt values in many ways this episode. Alright, let's talk. Sorry, you can do it. You're such a letdown. You want to fight again? Yes. Let's fight. Alright, Kari, Solveig, and Mora. What a trio. Alright, sodium check here. Giant Ogress. Damage resistance +2. Critical resistance +15. Accuracy +5. Nowhere does it say that you lose anything with your traits. Kari. Yeah, look at this. Permanent debuffs. Frenzied, Clutch Hitter, Ferocious Beast. All we get is the negatives there. I don't think we are getting our... No, that does look like it's buffed. I think we are getting our temp items. Oh, I forgot to use the armor on you. Dang it. Okay. Kari's first. We don't want Kari to be in the front row. I would like to hit her with a You're Next. Who's going to actually do follow-up damage to that, though? We could You're Next her and then back up with a hit and run. That puts everyone in the same row. Can I see what your dodge is, Kari? You're at -20, so this would give us some buff. We may just have to eat one attack. If I back up, we're in a single row, and I think she's going to AoE me. Alright, let's You're Next her. She has that really high resist. Oh, it did hit her, though. Oh man, that really makes me want to try a shot. She's only at +1 damage resistance currently. No, let's evasion stance. Let's not get greedy. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And we're just going to save our energy for next turn. You could save up to 2 points. Prayer to Thor. Thor would actually really like her. That gave her +1 damage resistance. Dang it. Now she's back up to 2 again. Okay, Mora has 6 action points, so we can increase our max damage, debuff our own damage resistance, and we could try to debuff her dodge. We don't even have enough AP to do that litany, so that's a little annoying. Buff that. Try to curse her. Okay, Solveig, you are the hero we need. Alright, you are going to be my tanking one, so you're going to have to be in the front row. I want us to see, does anything move you forward? No. Okay, step up. We have 4 action points left. Desperate. Okay, this... Oh, shoot, that does make her move around. But she couldn't do it because she was in the range row. Okay. Random ally in all rows. Plus initiative, plus minimum damage. I think we're going to go with that one. AP... Would love to hit her with that, but we're not debuffing her Vex resistance at the moment. Vex 1 turn, swap row, target, and self. Okay, we don't want that one. Alright, live bait. Yeah, gotta here. Nice. Okay. I mean, word of encouragement. I really wanted to hit Kari. To hit herself. I guess we could do that multiple times. I think that tried to hit her a second time. There to Thor again. Oh man, she's just charging up. Okay. Oh, Solveig. Well, she did get that. Okay, so what do you got rocking right now? Minus damage resistance, critical resistance, minus dodge. Alright, we want to hit you with this. I really would like that to actually hit. Okay, good. We got her with the debuff. Minus AP. I think the minus AP is kind of making the AI think it wants to do the Thor buff, which I'm totally fine with. Right, please hit Kari with this. There you go. There you go. Okay, Kari. We've got 7 action points. We have 2 max damage, 5 extra accuracy, 3 initiative, and plus 1 minimum damage. 2 to 7. She has damage resistance plus 2, plus 3. She's got 3, so iffy odds. Okay, so we have 7. We can hit her with a hit and run, which will move us backwards, and then we can snipe. I don't think there's any difference whether I do it here or there. So let's just do it right here. In the face for 1 damage. Sorry, that was not what we needed. And we're going to hit and run. Do I still get to move back? Okay, good. Alright, and you... buff them. I'm going to try to debuff her. And that's all she wrote. Alright, Kari again. We have 6 action points. We're going to sniper shot. Come on. Yeah, look at that. 100% chance to hit. 0 to 3 damage and a 15% crit chance. That's going to be a long battle at that rate. I'm actually going to be a little greedy here and focus. We could get 2 shots off next round. Yeah, keep praying to Thor. I'm alright with that. This is going to be a long battle, builders. Might want to build yourself some popcorn for this one. Alright, Solveig. Minus AP. Resisted. I don't like that. I really would like Kari to have that. Targeted herself. Not the best. And let's try again. Targeted herself. Mora, buff. It's interesting. You can resist the debuff from your own skills. That's actually really interesting. I wonder if that works for berserk attacks too. She had 8 AP. I'm just throwing that out there. 8 damage. I can't believe you would hit a woman with a baby. Monster. Alright. Hit her with the live bait. There we go. And then try to hit Kari. Got Mora. Not very useful. Try again. There you go. It's random, just FYI, in case you missed that. I'm not... It doesn't matter who I'm clicking on. Okay, so, we didn't end up with 8. I thought we would. Right, well... We could try to your next her, shoot, and then just step back. Yeah, let's do that. Excellent. Yeah, here we go. 90% chance, 1 to 6 damage, and we have a 25% chance for a crit. Like, we could almost end this if we rolled 6 damage and crit. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. That was a lot of perfect setup, though, to get that to happen. We needed all the right buffs and debuffs and resting and... yeah. Solveig can probably take 2 hits before she goes down. When she goes down, Mora will have to step up. Okay, new round. She's got -1 AP, -2 initiative, +1 AP. She's only rocking damage resistance of +2 right now. We could you're next and then shoot, but then we're stuck in the front row, and I don't think I'm going to chance that. So let's shoot. And then just focus so we get the big turn next turn. More buffs. And then curses. Exist. She's only got 3 AP. Caution. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, spread it around a little. That's fine. Okay, no, that's less fine. That's a lot less fine. We've literally just double tapped her. 0 to 4 damage. If I was to go for this, we could get 0 to 2, very low odds, though. I think we're better off just keep debuffing her. Come on, Kari. Okay, good. And then focus. Kari, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but 75% chance, 1 to 4 damage, 25% crit. Oh, thank goodness. What an annoying fight. That's a dumb mechanic. Kari is unscathed. I don't know how. I took some morale damage there. We got a bad wound. 25% chance to generate bleeding. 45% chance to be healed using items. I don't want to generate bleeding, so I'm probably going to cook up some bandages quick. Let's have Eric talk. No, impossible. It was not a fair fight. True warriors fight with their bare hands, one-on-one. Send me your best fighter for an ultimate duel. No weapon. Okay, just to double check. Eric, are you doing okay, man? If I have you go in there and get punched a whole bunch? He's got good strength, is my thought. I'm guessing these are going to be strength checks. Gwendolyn is waiting for you, fire in her eyes. She shakes your hand and the duel begins. You're facing each other, eager to fight. Oh my goodness. Well, Eric's good at charging. You charge blindly with all your strength and manage to make her stagger. And now she's really pissed. She spits blood and tries to grab you. Too slow. She grabs your legs and you fall to the ground. You're at her mercy. Free yourself. You hit her shoulder until your fists are bleeding. She loses grip and lets go of you. Now she's really pissed. She spits blood and tries to grab you. Too slow. She grabs your legs and you fall to the ground. We apparently are getting XP for this. That's something at least. Free yourself. You hit your shoulder and she's really pissed. I don't know if we can win this if we don't make a dodge roll. She charges you like a bull. You manage to make a quick step. You're behind her. Now's your only chance to give her a finishing blow. Punch the head. Your punch knocks her out. She awakens after a few minutes. You won. Okay, you've won. Man, you're strong. Wanna screw? Come here. Or no, thank you. Alright, Eric's not the cheating type. I want to pick that for the hilarity, but no, Eric's not going to cheat. Too bad. I will keep my promise. If you rebel against Bjorn, I'll help you. Thank you, Gwendolyn. Want to join our camp? No. It would awaken suspicion. I'll join you only for the final battle when you're ready. Here, take these. After a fight like this, you'll need them. Thank you. Leave me alone now. I must ponder my defeat. Got an achievement for beating her. Okay, we had a wound on Mora that needed to be bandaged. What does that worm poultice do? Okay, it's just, I see. Just a stat thing. Fail. fail. Got it. We also have picked up some more items lately. Maybe let's take a second. Mining +5. Not what's your mining? Yours good enough. I think Tomo is the person I would add that to. There's a vague chance we may use her. Strength +5. I think Mora would be my one. She's got to make multiple rolls in a row sometimes, so generic stats all go to her if we don't need them for elsewhere. Wisdom +5. I don't think I want that on her, though. Tomo, maybe. She's kind of my secondary. Yeah, she's kind of like my more physical check dealer, so we'll have her take that. Scavenging +5. Sure. Sure. Harvesting +5. You are maxed out. You're my secondary harvester. Stealth. That is usually Kari. Almost always. But I think I'm going to give that to Mora. Again, just needing to make multiple checks in a row. Gardening +5. That's definitely you. Alright, there we go. Or not. Intelligence +5. Now, again, I think that's going to go to Tomo as kind of my second. Well, yeah. Do you have any others? No. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so we need insults for him. I kind of feel like the thing we did actually gave us all the insults, and it just didn't mark it off because we had that pre-done. Yeah, find new insults, find new insults. We could try it. We would just lose beer. He needs a curse. I think it's this, but I'm not sure what's going on with it. Spiders. Let's clear that out. Oh, okay. This isn't a unique event. I thought this was unique. An unusually large spider web catches your eye. You inspect it. There's a hole in the ground. Hey, let's stick our hand in a spider hole. You know what? Hidden conditions met. You need fire intensity. Do it. I ain't sticking my hand in there. Screw that. Whatever creature's inside, you want to go nowhere near it. You produce a torch and throw it in the hole. You catch the web on fire. Soon, burning spiders crawl out of the hole, followed by a swarm of babies. It's quite a satisfying sight. Pyromaniac. When the fire dies out, you begin probing the hole. The burned webs and spiders form a gooey substance to the touch, but it won't stop you. Your fingers finally encounter something hard. It's a small metal box, and it's not empty. A weird zooming device. Uller's golden arrow. Okay, we just looked at items. Let's deal with those while we're here. Exploration +5. Very nice. We will use that. Kari's basically maxed out. We're going to use that on Shana. And hunting. I ditto on Shana again. Cool. Okay, so the spiders wasn't a special thing. We have 2 caves. We did have a guarded one. Yeah, let's go see what this is. You see a big, heavily guarded cave entrance. The guards seem to be bored as hell. Distract the guards. Mora. There are too many guards right now. If you want to enter the cave, you'll need to distract them. Devise a plan. You prepare a well-thought-out plan to dispose of 3 guards without others noticing it. First, you have to lay some traps some distance away from the cave. Okay, we need traps. We don't have any iron to do that at the moment. Right, next. Hello. A giant disembodied head of an old bearded man floats above the water. The bizarre apparition doesn't seem to be aware of your presence. Its beard weaves into the water to unfathomable depths, maybe as a kind of anchor or a navel string. Its body, if there is one, is nowhere to be seen. Its eyes are so dark they could be made of fabric of starry night. There's a third eye drawn on the forehead. The sign looks like a rune. Examine the rune. This has to be one of the strangest runes. Nothing about it makes sense. Why would a massive head float in the air above your eyes? The answer suddenly appears in your mind, crystal clear. It's Laguz, the rune of water, the great unifier of life, and the portal to the collective unconsciousness. Somehow the ocean is moving in its sleep, and the surface mirrors its dreams. Let's search his beard for second soup with strength. Also, Eric, you can level up. He could be beautiful. He may actually become a second fisherman. I'm going to nab that just on the off chance, since there's no downside. I like those XP skills quite a bit. Alright, search the beard, though, Eric. You approach the head and start searching its seaweed-covered beard. Its putrid smell becomes the least of your concern when it abruptly coils about you. Thanks to your raw strength, you avoid being crushed by the constrictive power of the beard and step back carefully. The beard moves seems utterly random and unrelated to your own moves. You just got in its way. Okay, up to the head. The head doesn't seem to care about anything. It's just floating. As you start to say your name, the head opens its mouth and spits a tremendous flow of water in your direction. You're not fast enough to avoid being pulled off the ground by a formidable force. Soon you feel the brutal impact of a tree against your back. The head closes its mouth as if nothing happened. It doesn't even look in your direction. You jerk. Okay, try again. Introduce yourself. Try to dodge. Fail. Alright, are we going to be in one of those spirals? Do we have someone who's better at this? That's not that big of a difference, actually, in skill. Introduce yourself. Come on, dodge, please. Thank you. You swiftly jump aside as the torrent of water hits a tree with full force. It breaks it. You feel lucky. The head closes its mouth, and if nothing happened, it doesn't even look in your direction. Okay, that doesn't help. Alright. Who are you? Before you can finish your sentence, the head sneezes, enveloped you in a viscous mist that smells like 1,000 dead fish. You fall to the ground coughing, then vomiting, forced to breathe the foulest air you've ever breathed. I think we should have named this Sick in Vinland. The head seems to be looking at the sky, totally uninterested in you. Alright, well, in for a penny. Try to resist. Fail. I think she's a masochist, is kind of what I'm getting from Mora. Alright, try to resist. Fail. Ask who he is. Try to resist. Finally. Jeez. Despite the atrocious smell, you manage to control your nausea and stand firm. The head seems to be looking at the sky, totally uninterested in anything you have to say. The head. Head doesn't seem to care about anything. Ask about the future. You don't really know how to ask about the future or even what to ask. Despite the blur, you feel it's kind of question the head may answer. Before you open your mouth, a huge starry eye suddenly turns to you. You fall into a deep black void. Try to focus. Okay, this is what you're good at. Oh my goodness, Mora. Mora! You're killing me. Killing yourself. Ask about the future. Try to focus. There you go. You let go of everything. You breathe in dreamy images that still make sense in a way you can't explain. There's a thread to follow, far greater than yourself. You try to absorb the overwhelming flow of information that rushes through your mind. Try to focus. You don't think the head can speak because it is a vessel to too many voices, way too many. You decide to join them instead of resisting their deafening noise. All of a sudden, a small but seemingly bottomless whirlpool opens under the head. The beard hangs like a rope. Is it an invitation? Climb down the beard. You jump into the whirlpool, aiming at the beard. Grab the beard. That's not a good check. You fail to catch the beard, hitting the spinning water. You start drowning. Luckily, you're spat out of the maelstrom on shore, gasping for air. Come on, Moira. Grab the beard. We're gonna keep doing it until you make it. That's just all there is about it. I need to get her agility up. This is ridiculous. You catch the beard and use it as a rope, climbing down to the middle of solid water walls. Or are you dreaming this? The descent lasts so long you don't feel your limbs anymore, yet the bottom is nowhere to be seen. Finally, you reach the end of the rope. From here, the surface looks like a mere spot of light. Below you lies an ancient, unknown depth. You stare at the never-ending pit of liquid darkness. Before you can decide what to do, the whirlpool collapses and the icy waters engulf you. We wake up on shore, gasping for air and exhausted. All right, we need to actually do a little first aid here on her stats. Let's hit one of those blue potions. And then fatigue. Depression, new. Sickness, new. I just need fatigue. We have nothing that just does fatigue? We could use this one a little bit. Sure. I should probably process a bunch of this stuff. Alright, let's try this again. Moria, follow the beard. It's the treasure trail. Alright, yep. Build that fatigue back up. This is a lot of checks that she needs to make in a row that she is not particularly great at. This agility is just killing me. We get an agility skill on her. I need to strongly consider that. Alright, start climbing down the beard. The bottom's nowhere to be seen. We jump down. You float in an endless sea that binds everything. Life, death, time, and space. Dream and reality. Gods and mortals. Something opens in you. You form a bond between the known and the unknown. There's nothing to fear. Only an eternal change to embrace. You awaken on shore. The head is finally looking at you, its mouth wide open. An indeterminable tongue uncoils and drops a small metal sphere at your feet. Then the head silently sinks into the water and disappears. 5 to go. Alright, what else do we have? We have this one. In front of you is what seems to be a complex weighting apparatus. 5 scales on a wooden support, mounted on a massive stone table. You see engraved symbols figuring the moon and the sun, and was probably a rune. The same rune is also visible on a couple of spherical stones, which is roughly the size of the scales. Check the rune. While the device itself is probably full of hidden mechanical parts, the engravings are fairly simple and the runes are clearly visible. What? Okay, look again. Try to remember. Of course, it's Dagaz, the rune of dawn, spiritual awakening, and higher consciousness. You believe this machine is designed to help someone who's looking for the perfect balance to reach a new state of consciousness. Touch an empty scale. Nut, check this out for us. You put your hand on the cold metal and wait for a while. Nothing happens. Put a sphere on there. Mora. You crouch and heft a stone sphere. Unsurprisingly, it's as heavy as it looks. With a deep breath, you lift the stone, trying to keep your balance. Where to put it? Night scales, middle scale, day scales. I guess we're trying to make a balance, so let's go night. In which scale do you drop it? Oh, goodness. The first night scale. Tilts to the left. Move back. You move back and consider what the next step will be. Astonishingly, the stone sphere is now back at the feet of the device as if you never touched it. Okay. Put a stone on there. We'll do night scales. First night. Add another sphere. Lift. Hidden condition met. After a few seconds, the support tilts to one side and nothing happens. As you step back to further consider your option, both spheres suddenly vanish, only to appear where you first put them. Okay. I think we need to balance the two sides. Alright. Night scales, first night, add another sphere, lift stone, day side, first day. Move back. No. Okay, let's try. Oh, this is gonna take a minute. This is gonna take a hot minute, isn't it? All right. I wish it wouldn't go all the way out there. First night. Add sphere. Lift stone. Day. Second day. Move back. touch the empty scale. It like that one. Which scale will you put your hand on? We would want the central. After a brief moment, as if you felt the gaze of the gods upon you, touch the central. You put your hand on the cold metal for a while, nothing happens. Okay, touch the scale. Okay. As you put your hand on the scale, you're engulfed in an intense heat wave. Try to focus. The process feels so unnatural, you try to bear with it. Alright, we just failed the check there. Okay, scale. Try to focus. Your saddest thoughts are pulled out of the dark corners of your mind and materialize as a black sphere that weighs heavily on the scale. Okay, touch. Which scale we put it on? The night scale. As you put your hand on the scale, the air gets cold around you. Try to focus. Your most joyful emotions are sucked out of your heart. They take the shape of a white sphere that fills up the scale. Touch. Which scale will we put our hands on? The central. After you hesitate for a brief moment as you felt the gaze of the gods upon you. Touch the central scale. This time you can tell you're close to perfect balance. Technically you are, but something's still missing. You close your eyes and try to clear your thoughts and wait. Focus. Dawn, the very moment when darkness turns to light, when the infinite possibilities of a new day spawn out of nothingness. Perfect balance can be reached, but never for long. Its cyclic nature forbids it. Knowing this, though, will brighten all of your remaining days. Dawn's blessing. When you open your eyes, you see a small copper-colored sphere on the central scale. 4 to go. All right. Let's do this one. I've been putting this one off for a very long time. Step 1, though. We need to heal you up again. We have a lot of different stuff. I'm going to do another sage potion. A little bit of sickness. A little bit of fatigue. Alright, we are essentially at full bore. Let's go to hell. In the middle of nowhere, a gate stands tall. The atmosphere around it feels heavy. Still, you feel drawn to its oddity. The iron railings are closed shut by 2 chains, one small, one big. The carved yew frame is peculiar. You saw no such tree on this island, but it's nothing compared to the stone. It looks like any other stone, albeit the rune carved in it, which gives you an ominous feeling. Check the rune. You crouch and run your fingers on the rune, thinking. The rune. Let me think harder. We're scared of rune. Check the rune. Again, go. You touch, try to remember. You remember. You recognize Iwaz, the 13th room, symbolizing you, omen of death and rebirth. Are these doors the entry to Hell's realm? You wonder. Check the stone. The stone looks like any other stone except the rune carved on it. You realize your hands are growing colder and number. You get them off the stone, they slowly recover. Alright, approach the gate. Sorry, Mora. You climb the few steps to reach the threshold. Each step makes you feel more and more uneasy. Check the chains. You touch the chains. The small one breaks right away and falls to the floor. The bigger one gets loose and slides to the ground. You freeze. Without even touching the door, it slides open. You feel a presence on the other side, but see nothing. You can't help but avert your eyes. It smells like death ever since the gate opens. You gulp, feeling even more uneasy than before. Is this a challenge of the gods? Making a huge effort, you try to gaze at the opening. You squint your eyes and see a corpse. It's moving towards you. Panic makes you jump to your feet and take a defensive stance, but there's no one there. You could swear you saw it on the other side of the open gates. You walk around the gate, there's nothing. Each time you try to look directly at the opening, you swear you see it for a split second. More corpses gathering. And then you blink and they're gone. What the hell have you unleashed? Cross the gate. You feel you have to cross the gate, but would you ever really dare step out of the land of the living to enter the land of the dead? What about the creatures you saw? You know that, according to Norse legend, Hermod the Brave did it and retrieved the deceased Baldur from Hell's embrace, but he was a god. You're merely human. All right, we want to cross from the front side. No, we're too scared. You're afraid you'll die if you cross the gate. To be fair, you're afraid of getting near the gate or turning your back to it. You stare at the threshold, debating with yourself what to do. The more you think, the more you're afraid. Your mouth starts to feel dry. Yeah, let's check in. How horrific have we built ourselves up here? Minus 10 courage. Fishing, beast handling, accuracy, dodge. Minus 20 intelligence. Okay, we need to actually heal that. That's going to affect this. Hopefully we can do it here. We got rid of the vomiting. Nice. Okay, try again. Cross the gate. Courage. Let's try backside. Scared of that too. Depression plus 15. Paranoia. Alright, we gotta go back to camp. Nightmares. Yeah, I think we gotta give her a chill. Maybe, hold on, who else do we have? Nut, let's just see what the next check is. You can do it. Check the backside, Nut. You coward. Oh my goodness. Alright, go back to camp. Alright, can I make myself... Yeah. Alright, we need to heal. I don't... Actually, hang on. Is that an untimed one? I might have to actually heal that on Nut. That's super annoying. What are your odds? 25%. Oh my goodness. Focus on healing items, apparently. Nope. Fair healing item. Alright, Mora, please. We just failed so many checks out of 25%. Thank goodness. Alright, let's just chill for a second and let people cool off a little. Fire's alright. We need some water. We used a lot of water making those potions. In day. What a good day, though. We got a lot done. No talking. Really? We didn't talk about beating Gwendolyn? Because that was, like, very, very painful. Very painful. Apparently also gave us a lot of thirst. Alright. Who is the most oppressive of them all? We'll use this first. The meat gives a little more hunger than the fish does. Alright, all she wrote. Alright, I've got a lot of fatigue on Bloodwedge. She might need to chill out tomorrow morning. We also have a lot of depression on several people. Maybe we'll give it a try on a couple different people tomorrow morning. Until we can fit 4 people at the bar to chill out. We also just lost Guard Dog, I see. Sunny. Alright, you're going to gather some healing plants. The garden has plenty of water. In fact, it's overwatered. Alright, you... What shape are my sheep in? No. Oh, we finally got it! We finally got it! Baby Hermundur was born during the night. Alright. Old sheep, old sheep. Alright, you're out, friend. Hooray! Hooray! All right. Still have a 10% chance here as you get a little bit older. Man, you're old too. I need these extra pins. We should just have a rolling sheep butchering operation going. All right, that gave me 5 meat. Let's check our traps. All right, all right. I did steal some of my food, though. We don't have to go hunting or fishing today because of that. Very nice. All right, checking dog. Battle dog is up. Ari's doggy is not. Okay, I want that first. Okay, you're working on that. That's fine. Mora. I think we're going to try to get a... Okay, Tomo's going to go try the gates of hell. Cross the gate with Tomo. Cross from the backside. You are the bravest one of them all. If this side is the living one, maybe the other side is death. With that thought, you walk to the other side. You feel slightly less uneasy. You take a deep breath, close your eyes, and run through the door. Your body crashes into a wall of heat. Past it, you feel as if you are back in your mother's womb. You could stay here forever. But a force starts to push you forward. You leave the warmth. You're beginning to feel short of breath. You take a deep breath. It hurts a lot. You feel liquid leaving your lungs as air gushes in. You finally manage to open your eyes. It's a bit blurry. You're on the ground on the other side of the door, now closed. Then you notice you have a small bead in your hand. How long have you been holding it? 3 to go. All right. Good job, Tomo. Good job. All right, back to camp. All right. You don't need to be here is what that's telling me. Ironically enough, I think Nut gets to come here. You can keep mining. You guys aren't depressed. You're not depressed. You're not depressed. You're not depressed. Okay. I think those two will just have to make do. She's got an awful lot on there. Maybe let's do a party mode. We'll spend 2 beers on that. All right. Water-wise... Get that brewed up. Okay. We do have our dryer completely open. Would like to get some drying. Maybe we do a fishing... we had talked about Eric doing... His fingers are smashed anyway, so he's not doing a particularly efficient job. What's he gonna get? 2 to 8. Yeah, that'd be fine. We got tons of salt. You're gonna buff. Yeah, let's have her get the brute. Do a quick audit of our stations. I don't want to do the stone ones unless I have to at the moment, since that is what we're saving up for. Stone, wood, rope, wood, fabric, rope, wood, rope. All good. All right. I think that's everybody. Is there anything on the map we want to do currently? We have a bunch of hunting spots, a few fruit spots. Okay, I wanted to try something here. Perform ritual. Book. Okay, throw a stone. You throw a stone in the fire. It starts to crackle gently. Blue sparks of flames quickly appear before they disappear right away. Clearly you're on the right track, but that doesn't seem to be enough. You need to add something else. Throw some salt. Although it's a crazy idea, you decide to add some salt to the fire. New blue flames, way bigger than the first time, rise up in the fire. Then suddenly the fire dies abruptly for no visible reason. In the ashes, you suddenly notice the appearance of a small tablet with runes on it. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. I was reading through different events that we had already done. Can we just keep doing that? Before I do that, how many more ancient knowledges can we even use? 1. Okay, I'm gonna pause you guys, and I'm gonna quickly go through and count everyone. This is gonna be a jump cut. I will be right back. Okay, by my count, I think we need 4, although as soon as I finished counting, I realized I probably didn't start at the very top, so we may slightly be up, but to wit, we could use at least 4. So we actually have a couple more of those. I want to just clear off the map and just eliminate... oh, you're something different. Huh. Are you something different? You linger around the ashes, there may be something revealed to you. Search the ashes. We failed. Alright, well, try again. Alright, we'll have her do it. Inspect the ground. Okay, we failed there too. Check. Alright, this is gonna be a wisdom check. Inspect the ground. Oh my goodness. What are we all doing here? What are we all doing here? Ladies, let's go. Look at the ground. Think. The ashes might not have anything specific, but they're covering something most of our interesting. By scattering them, you notice the traces on the ground of rune written in chalk. Okay, is this the same event? That's just what I want to know. Light the fire. Perform the ritual. Okay, I think this is the same event. Throw a stone. I know I'm using up stone, which I shouldn't be doing, but... Can we solve this the same way? We can. Okay. Also another interesting thing. In the early game, I would kill for finding this super early. Alright, you first. Search the ashes. We find some stone. Okay, there we go. Well, at least I refund my foolishness. Alright, inspect the ground. And then we cooking. Actually, this is a question mark. What is this? Wait, what? Perform the ritual. Throw a stone. Throw some salt. Alright, that is super nice. Man, this second half of the island has so many of the rare resources on it compared to the first half. Alright, that's Thor. We have more things we can do with him. Eric, are you in a good way? Yeah, that's not going to affect this. Alright, talk. Eric, go. He wants to do an arm wrestling challenge. I'm in with all of our strength. You give it your all and you win the challenge. It's incredible. Thor is mighty surprised. You feel mighty. Har har har. Well done, my friend. Come back again. Thor will have another challenge for you. Friend of Thor. Thor has a new challenge for you. Agility challenge. Race with Thor. What do you say? It's not for me, but I know somebody. Talk. Agility is Kari. Friend of Thor. Thor has a new challenge for you. Agility challenge. Race with Thor. I'm in. With all our speed. We failed. You give it your all, but Thor's speed is too much for you. The exhaustion from the race makes you trip and fall to the ground. Fractured leg. We love those. Too bad, my friend. You were close. Alright, Kari, can we just heal that and keep going? Nope. Back to camp. Are we sitting on any herbs? We can do one. And she's going to get some more healing plants. Alright. Kari, can we get you in one, or do we just have to chill out? Oh, I made the wrong thing. Shoot. Okay. Well, we just have to chill out. That is very unfortunate. Fire's good. We already have enough meat, right? Yeah. I mean, we might as well just cook it in the afternoon. There's no reason not to. Alright. Kari can go exploring with her fractured leg. Only 3? Yeah, I'm a little depressed about that myself. Maybe that is rapidly moving up as the next upgrade that we should do. pins also, but pins I believe require rope and stone. That's the issue. I did notice when I was doing my head count that we can get breeding chance increased skill. So I think it's 15%, so that'd be up to 25. I think that's when we really get rolling. Five iron's also enough to do stuff. 5 days left. That's plenty. Plenty. We get into combat, that fractured leg is going to be a problem. I didn't think about that. Okay, good. I do like how the interplay between, like, your health stats and your injuries and combat interplay, and then vice versa. Yeah, we'll just... Ooh. You know what? The main thing I care... Well, but we're almost done exploring the island. If I had gotten this earlier, I definitely would have taken that. Now, let's just take general XP. She needs the damage skill. I probably should have rerolled that. But that's such a good skill. Alright. Are we doing the Heidi thing again? I don't know why this started. It never used to do this. Mushrooms. Inspect. There's mushrooms growing here. Pick some up. Alright. Don't listen to them. Okay. And this gives us a hunting spot. So we have quite a bit of meat spots left, essentially. And unless there's other hidden areas that I don't see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. Do I jinx myself and say, this time we might finally finish? This time for reals, guys. You gotta believe me. Alright, good there. Sheepies are good. Come over here. Pick up some din-din. We have 5 fish. Get them on the drying rack. Cook. Our tin, Voller. What are we rolling? Battle dog and Kari's dog. So we need guard. Alright, we don't have enough energy for that. Let's actually look for some bones. I think we're going to overcap overnight energy. Getting more healing plants. Yes, I desperately need that. Alright, Eric. Crafting. Fabric. I do need some more traps for various things, so let's do the traps. Mora. Anyone else in a bad way? You could use some sickness cure. Ari needs her leg fixed, though. Ari, come here. Some wounds. You do still have that, right? Yeah, fracture. Hang on a second. No, nut. I need you mining, because this is actually really important that we get that. Another mining slot also might be worthwhile. Make this more efficient. I'm not even sure. Is that a thing? I'll check when he finishes. We have water, but we might need a smidgen more. Okay, done. Fix the leg, please. Don't mess around. Oh, what did I say? I said no messing around. Alright, drying device done. I should have waited and put my meat on there after we did that. It's a lot less salt now to dry things. Salt isn't really that bad to make. Early game it sucks, but at the point we're at, we're not really having major water issues. We're hardly even having to collect water. Although that's partly just because of the rain pattern. We haven't had to water the garden, really. Water in the garden can get pretty laborious. Alright, get better, little sheepies. Manufacture more sheep for me. Bleeding, oh. Oh, that's a really bad one. Okay, we're gonna try to go make some bandages. Yeah, for sure. Anything that could get worse, you want to take care of before it does get worse. Okay, zoom over here. Spare healing items. 2 bandages is all I can make. Tomo. Bleeding. Please fix. Thank you. Alright, anyone else have something? Dislocated shoulder I can live with. Fractured leg I don't like. Let's try. Failed. Alright. What did we find? Ornate coffer. Alright, inspect it. The intricate carving shows great mastery of woodworking. Even the choice of wood's luxurious. You wonder if what's inside matches the carvings. We're going to open carefully. You won't let any heavy golden padlock prevent you from opening the chest. Pick it. You sit in the sand and start working on the padlock. It takes time, but you eventually unlock it. You open the chest. Before your eyes lays treasures, colored vials, parchments, jewels befitting a king. Himdall's horn, magic pouch, celadine ointment. Okay, not bad. Use those temp items. Or okay, courage +5. Okay, Mora, where are you at on that? You're maxed out, essentially. I think Tomo's kind of becoming her second. Conversely, though, you do an entirely different skill set. Let's actually do it on her. Harvesting +5, that's going to go to Sylveg. Slayer of Gwendolyn. Her and her baby. Kind of makes me think of Dwarf Fortress when, like, your mothers who are in the militia literally take their babies into battle and use them as, like, clubs. I wonder if they ever fixed that. Okay, I think that's all we can do today. Do that. Let's take one more look at the map. We have this thing. Strange lights. Inspect. Strange lights are shimmering deep below the surface on a specific spot. You can't make out what's the cause of the light, but sometimes you see glowing shape that you can't be sure. You swim near the lights and feel a certain warmth, but like it's coming in from inside your body. It's not unpleasant. Drink water, relax, inspect, dive deep. Relax. Anyone got some depression? Eric, here, you can chill. You dare to take a swim where the light shines bright. You instantly feel something inside your body, as if you're back in the womb of your loving mother. You float there for a while in a dreamlike state. All the worries leave your soul. Suddenly, a terrible cough wakes you from your dream. You swim ashore, your mind free but feeling sick. Alright, that's fine. Nut, you can do it too. Okay, and we have drink water. I don't know about this. Nut, taste the water. You take a sip of the water near the lights. You instantly feel something inside your body, a soft warmth that soothes all your muscles, filling you with energy. After a while, you notice that you're coughing blood. Yeah, you probably shouldn't drink the water that makes you cough blood, he says as he is going to do it again. And I'll do it. Okay. Dive deep. Scavenging and intelligence. Alright, Mora, you're up. You see a shape in the water. It belongs to an alluring priestess. She's the most beautiful creature you've ever seen. She seems unreal. Admire her. You lose yourself in the apparition's blue eyes, forgetting about time. You're reminded when you start lacking breath. You quizzically look at the priestess. Where she once stood is now a decaying corpse with blue glowing runes carved on her body. You remember those runes from the grave you opened. You gasp in horror. She grabs you and pulls you deeper. You struggle to get out of her clutch. You manage to rip her arm and swim back to the surface. The water's cold as steel. Okay, that was not an oracle event. I seem to remember us doing one of those before. Snake, hammer, Thor. We need to fix our leg for Thor. This book. Take the book. Mora, you're up. You advance towards the book. You feel the air fill with a pungent, disgusting dark aura. You step forward. The air begins suffocating you with devilry. Get closer. You take a deep breath and walk confidently towards the book. Your vision begins to blur. Everything is hazy. You're now facing the book in its stall. You touch it with the tip of your finger, and instantly your body freezes. You can't move. Your mind is engulfed into an impenetrable darkness. Everything around you is blurry and dark, like in a nightmare. The forest has disappeared into a mess of moving shades and mist. The world has slowed down. You feel like you're underwater. It's black as coal and freezing. Suddenly you see yourself sitting in a circle with a dozen hooded men. They murmur a litany of words you don't understand, and so are you. In front of you, you see a young woman. You know she's going to be sacrificed. Escape. You can't help her. You know it. You still feel bad about your decision, but it's for the best. You find a way to escape, but before you must steal the book. The book. That's what you're looking for. Remember the ritual. Nice, we don't have to go through the other events we already failed. You remember how the ritual works, and it scares the bejeebus out of you. You have to escape. You know that when the woman is sacrificed, you have a window of opportunity. You wait for the right moment. You hear her scream, "Now steal the book." Please make this. Thank you. You have it. You're so excited. You stole the book. Now quick, hide. You hide behind a large pillar. Your heart is racing. You must ask quick. Soon your theft be discovered. You know that what you have to do. Read the book. You have to, but you have the guts to read it. Your hand is shivering. You know, who knows what ominous secrets lie within the pages. Read it. Boy, that's a lot of checks in a row you have to make. You open the book and start reading the dark secret hidden in its pages. When you wake up, you were there before in front of the pedestal. Just now you're holding the book in your hands. You shiver. You feel the ominous aura around the book. You quickly decide to put it in your bag and forget about it. 117 courage and a book curse. All right, Mr. Book. Oh, okay. Okay, it's for the angry dude. Hey, angry dude. You again, har. Okay, you've won, you bloody bastards. Come to make fun. It's a witch. He starts punching trees. You don't have to be able to speak to him in the state. You decide to leave alone. All right. Well, rip. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left. Back to camp. Fire good, water good. In day. Hey everyone, I've come up with a plan. I don't like that smile. I think we may be able to scare the bejeebus out of this eagle guy. If he is the eagle of Gunrun's tale, or he thinks he is, we could reproduce a knitting hole with this strange horse head we found. Add to that a good indication from the black magic tablets we retrieved. If he's dumb as we think he is, he will believe we've cursed him. Then we could convince him to rally to our cause. No black magic. No way, what if we put a curse on ourselves by mistake? Exactly what I think. There's no danger, you just have to say the right words. Even Kari could do it. Hey, what does that mean? Catching strays over here. Do what you want, but I think it's a good idea. It could be a step up for our fight against Bjorn. Okay, we literally don't have a choice. Couldn't we just say a fake curse? Like, it doesn't have to be a real one. Share the food. Alright, Depresso. Who's my most depressed? You're feeling pretty bad. You actually did a lot of good work today, so you definitely deserve that. And some depression, and some depression. Food, 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 and food. Beautiful. Next. Removal drop. Added nausea. That's the problem with the party stance. I forgot to make cheese. As one does. Alright, sunny today. We are gonna make some sheep cheese. 106 cheese, you better believe it. Alright, Kari, do you still have a broken leg? Yeah, for 2 days. All right, well, keep trying to fix that. All right. We talked about not harvesting, herbalist. Yeah, we are definitely going to do that next because we're just out. Camp condition. Okay, we can't have our cooking pot broken, so I'm going to spin that. Apparently, we should do a audit here. Don't want to spin the stone. Don't want to spin the stone. $89, 83, 90, 90. Bloodawed. Get us the berries. Get the healy plants. Garden is not done. Food. Check our traps. Caught one. Eric. No. Go ahead and fish today. That's fine. Getting the stone. If we get to 10 iron, I think I'll flip over to stone focus. As much as I really, really, really don't want to. I would like to try to get this at least half for sure. And get guard up. Alright, let's go deal with that. Mr. Man. Mora. As you approach, he starts turning red again. He'll soon scream and punch things. Will you curse him like Mora told you to do? Curse him. You set the horse head on it as a knitting pole. Instantly, Urgel freezes and stares at you, trembling with fear. You take the black magic book out. You can't help but feel a certain uneasiness. You want to open the book, but your hands feel very heavy. You take a deep breath and open the ominous book. You feel cold wind escaping from it. You turn pages quickly. You must find the perfect curse before Ego recovers. Find a curse. It's a cool piece of art. That's it. You found the words Gunhild spoke to Egil or something similar. Now you only have to decipher the runes. Couldn't we have thought about this ahead of time and like put a bookmark in here? Okay, you have to say the words now. Make it convincing so he buys it. Throw a curse. You say the words loud and clear. Maybe it's in your head, but you remember hearing thunder roaring as you say the final words. After that, there's a long moment of silence. Egil is livid and petrified. So you'll hear my words now? I have thrown the most powerful curse on you. I'll free you if you help us against Bjorn. Okay, you won. I'll do as you say. Good. Egil seems to have somehow convinced to rally to our cause. Black arts. What is black arts going to do to us? Well, we are just piling things on. Excited, tasty meal. I guess we also have piled on some blesses too, so it's kind of either or. Black arts. Minus 10 charisma, plus 10 wisdom. Extra sickness increases. Man, she has a lot of sickness increasing stuff. That's no bueno. All right, 2 down. You. Let's try this and see if this updates. Fuck. Mora. You look like a dog licking piss off a nettle. Okay. Every time I look at you, I get a fierce desire to be alone. Your comeback doesn't seem to impress him. That's all you got? Sheesh, you're as disappointing as your mom's tits. You lost the duel. This guy pisses you off. What, he just has to decide if he wins? I don't know if that's how that works. Alright, we're gonna try that again. You look like a dog licking piss off a nettle. The only way for you to get laid is to crawl up a chicken's arse and wait. May your ears turn into arseholes and shit on your shoulders. You are impossible. You are impossible to underestimate. Comeback doesn't impress him. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, talk. I wish it would cross out things as we use them. All right. The only way if you get laid. Okay, shut your puss fanny baws. Didn't impress him. Okay, we do need more insults. So I have literally no idea where we're going to find those, but we don't have them currently. All right, still need those to go. We have 2 different caves here. Maybe one of these is what we need. Dark cave, inspect. You notice an opening in the stone. It's some sort of hole that looks quite deep. The space seems big enough for you to fit in, and you catch sight of bats taking refuge inside. Why not go inside? There's probably some interesting stuff. Check the surroundings. Hunting and crafting. Interesting combination. You decide to look around, hoping to find some interesting things. A few minutes of searching later, you end up with some marks on the ground. You can see there's 2 kinds of marks. First, fighting marks. You get the feeling people fought here, and there are even some little drops of blood. One of them was dragged towards the cave. The second kind of mark belongs to small rodents, and there seem to be a lot of them. Like a trap. You try to make a trap with what you have, that is to say not much. Unfortunately, you can't do it. You see them walking from one brush to another and then another. 2 small, curious animals come close to the trap and trigger it. Okay. Enter. Stealth, courage, constitution. You take a few steps inside the cave and look around. It's extremely dark, so much so you can barely see anything. It would be more careful to have light to go inside. Who knows what could happen to you in the darkness? We could make a torch. We could move forward in the darkness. Won't go without a torch. Let's move forward in the darkness. You have nothing to light the way, but you decide to go inside the cave. You move forward by following the walls because you don't want to venture into the middle of the tunnel where you don't have a landmark. This would be the best way to get lost. The light lowers little by little. Soon you're in the pitch black. Now the place is completely silent and you feel rock weight on you. You must be quite far from the tunnel's entrance. Keep going. A little further, there's a faint light. It comes from mushrooms and little stones spread here and there in the tunnel. You can't see clearly, but there's still a sizable source of light. You decide to pick some up. They could be useful to you. Then you keep going in the darkness. A few minutes of walking, you freeze. You hear a voice. You're not alone. Someone's walking in the darkness. You say silence and sharpen all your senses. You hear the voice again, much closer than before. It's a man walking. You barely make out some parts of the sentences that scare you to death, for they don't make any sense. Then he bursts out an insane laugh that echoes down into your guts. This person gives you shivers up and down your spine. You take a step back and your foot hits some sticky surface. You take a gleaming stone you picked up earlier and distinguish what's on the ground. Blood, a lot of blood. And a little further ahead of you, there's a dark shape. You stretch your arm to light it, and you hear a muffled scream and you realize it's a hanged and stabbed body. You need to leave now. In your retreat, you hit a pebble that loudly rolls to a stop in the silence. Now the man knows you're here. Looking in the darkness, he's waiting for another noise to know where you're at. His jerky breath gives it away. You hear the sound of someone running, and as you understand he's spotted you, you run away. A swift pain goes through your shoulder, and you are pulled backwards, making you scream. You manage to hit the man who falls to the ground, and you pull out from your shoulder a metallic object he hurt you with. Wasting no time, you run off as fast as you can, hoping to shake him off. The way back seems to last forever, during which you fear the stranger will catch up. When you reach the exit, you're soaked in sweat, and the ache in your shoulder feels more painful as the adrenaline weakens. Small wound. No bueno. Of course, we don't have any bandages at the moment. We can't make any at this time. Alright, let's just roll time forward so I can get some herbs. There we go, finally. Alright, guard dog comes up. Okay, had an encounter there. We are back on our feet, so we can definitely do it. Hey, and we get to actually fight with all of our actual skills. Alright, you're next. Snipe. I probably should have done the archer first. And dodge. Ari is going to do a just move back and then shoot. Beautiful. Shoot. Alright, move up. Hit him. Attack. Hopefully they're going to spend their whole turn focusing. Straight shot? What is that? That's not focusing. Arrow to the knee. Oh no! Not her adventuring career. Alright, Shana, 8. Alright, we can take 2 shots. I think I'd prefer that. Man, it sure is nice when we can actually do damage to things, too. Alright, finish this. Thank you. Double level up. Very nice. 10 arrows is also pretty handy. Well, if nothing else, those guys are definitely a good source of arrows, that's for sure. I swear a long time ago, arrows used to actually take iron to make. They were ridiculously expensive. Alright, step 1. First, some healing items. Ari is done. Also leveled up. Apparently I can't click that. Critical hit. Okay, that'd be very, very good for her. Line Slayer. No, we'll just go with the critical hit. And we had another one. Bloodwood. Harvesting XP. You know, she's doing a little bit of harvesting. I'm okay with upping that. Okay, who was my wounded person, though? Crushed fingers. Okay, you got a bunch going on here. Pyromaniac. Minus forestry and minus harvesting. Okay, well, maybe it's good I took that. Coughing, I don't love. Let's see if we can wipe that out. Thank you. Paranoia and nausea. I'm gonna have to get rid of that paranoia at some point, too. Fifty 20% chance to turn into insomnia. Yeah, we need to deal with that. Alright, wound-wise, yeah, you, small wounds. There we go. Alright, nut, I do think I want to try to get rid of that. That's a disease. Mo, take over there. Got the sheep. Hook. Our dinner. I have a lot of fish left over too. Yeah, just cook it up. We're not in really shape to be doing you, right? No. Rest up. I think that's it. Oh, and the cave disappeared. Oh, that's very disappointing. I wonder what was in there. I know what you are. You're gonna be killing vultures, and then we can get a bunch of wood. We needed some more traps. Did we ever make those? No, they're not made yet. Yeah. Let's run it. Did not get rid of paranoia. That stinks. Now we're going to get extra healing plants when we focus on it. Pretty vital, apparently, after we used up so many of those. Looks a whole bunch. 12, very nice. 3 to 1, though, for making the healing items, so it goes pretty quickly. Another little sheepy. Alright, tomorrow we can get rid of another old one. I still think we should get bones for that. Meadow exploration. And a forest. Beautiful. Alright. Somebody wants to get beaten up, apparently. Okay, for the sake of this video's length, I am going to pause you guys. I'm going to just bring you right back after combat is over. Alright, and we're back from that combat. We got a couple bandages, which is super duper nice. Alright, exploration. Oh, we're so close. Monstrous chained wolf. Ball of blue fire. Alright, well, I can pretty much say both of these are probably already Kolkum. I guess, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. In front of your eyes lays something incredible. A blue fireball floating in the air. A girl is trapped inside, curled up. On her thigh, a rune is tattooed. The closer you get, the warmer it gets. This fire, it's the hottest thing you've ever seen. How can the girl be uninjured inside? Check the tattoo. Why does she have the K rune tattooed on her leg? Is it an initial letter, or is it to be protected by the rune? If it's the later, you wonder if she's trapped here because her tattoo, and thanks to it, maybe it saved her life, maybe it's killing her? Better find the meaning of the rune if you want to prevent something similar happening to you. It's the Kunan rune, isn't it? The rune represents both disease and the fire that will purify it. The flame of hope or fatal wound, which is here. Cook some meat. Examine the candles. Nut, you're up. As you approach the candles, they look like average candles. If you forget about the blue flame dancing on the wick, remove the candles. The air around the candles is very hot, almost burning. You wrap your hand with your tunic and take a candle. Even with your trick, the heat is piercing. Still, you resist the urge to get your hand back somewhere colder. As you put it aside, you notice the flame flickers and then fades. Interesting. You proceed the same way with the other candles, resisting the biting heat, careful not to burn yourself. Each time a candle goes out, when it's far enough away from the blue flame. When you're done, you notice the outer flame circle is no more. Get near. The fireball floats in the air in front of you. The girl curled up inside hasn't moved an inch. Her tattoo seems to have faded a bit. Her skin and hair are light blue, but it might be a trick of your eyes because the blue firewall between you and her. Maybe you can free the girl from her fire prison. She's close. She could be pulled out in exchange for a few burns. Maybe there's another way? Throw something in the fire. This rune, fire of hope or disease. If it's hope, you should feed the fire. If it's disease, you should try to cure it. Throw one of each healing powder. It's disease. The girl is sick and the fire protects her from the outer world. In an attempt to cure the girl, you throw every healing powder you know of. Each powder you throw, you see the grip of the girl on herself loosen and the fireball shrink. The last powder, the fireball implodes. The girl's released and falls to the ground. You notice her skin really is light blue. It wasn't a trick of your eyes. Her hair is white as snow, though. She doesn't appear to be breathing. You approach her and try to get a pulse. When you touch her skin, something horrific happens. Her skin starts ulcerating, starting from where you touched her. You can only witness as her flesh decays and burns into ashes. A few minutes later, all that's left of the blue girl is a pile of ash. Among them, there's a small bead made of a strange gold metal. As you retrieve the trinket, you can't help but feel relieved for the girl. Now she's free from her eternal torment, isn't she? 2 to go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Monstrous chained wolf. Inspect. A fearsome black wolf stands before you. Its eyes are filled with the darkest rage you've ever seen. The beast's massive collars chained to the ground, and its legs are fettered by ropes. It looks severely wounded, if not dead, yet fiercely alive. The wolf wears a bizarre crown made of wood and gold, which displays a striking symbol, possibly a rune. Examine the crown. The crown is crude work, as if it's supposed to be some delicate jewelry, but fashioned by clumsy hands of a giant. Giant. It's a rune, but which one? Think again. The crown is crude work. Try to remember. You remember, the symbol is Tiwaz, the rune of justice, rationality, and self-sacrifice for the greater good of society. It is also the mark of Tyr, a god who, if you remember well, gave his right hand for a worthy cause. Attack the beast, free the beast. If I inspect it again, does anything else change? No. Alright, we're going to try freeing the beast. Alright, Tomo, you're up. No matter the reason for the beast's captivity, you don't think any creature deserves such torment. You cautiously try to grab the chain while keeping your distance. You successfully grab the chain and step back out of reach of the beast. With all your might, you try to remove the pike on which the chain is attached to the ground. With great effort, you succeed in pulling out the pike and its chain, but to your astonishment, they instantly vanish from your hand to reappear in place. While your task is hopeless, you notice a change in the wolf's behavior. He's now looking at you, quietly waiting, his jaws open wide. They talked about Tyr losing a hand. Hey, Nut, come here a second. With great apprehension, you insert your hand into the wolf's mouth. I mean, he's already lost a leg. It's fine. We need to even out the weight distribution. This is incredibly stupid. Brave, perhaps, but stupid. And yet nothing happens. The beast doesn't try to tear your arm off. After some uncomfortably long minutes, you extend your fingers. There's something deeper down the wolf's throat. Try to reach it. Yeah. It's too much for you. Remove your hands as fast as possible. Too fast, you think, when you graze against his teeth. Alright. He's not going to eat a hand, it seems like. Mo, wait. This is incredibly stupid but brave. After some long minutes, you extend your fingers. There's something in there. Try to reach it. You manage to catch something, but it's stuck. You'll have to pull it out with sheer force, whatever it is. Trying to resist the beast's atrocious breath, you get a grip as firm as you can and pull. Keep pulling. It's kind of nice having Nut around to test these things. You keep pulling until you bring back a severed, gnarled right hand in broad daylight. You contemplate the gruesome trophy for a while, more baffled than horrified. Moments later, the half-digested hand opens, revealing a small metallic sphere. You see no traces of the wolf. Was this Tyr's hand? 7. Boulder's crown. Bye-bye, Mr. Wolf. Alright, well, we have 3 spots left. I hope one of those is a rune. I'm 99% sure that's where we need to take the armor. We still also need to find some more insults. Don't know where we're gonna do that. Seems to me like we got those insults from the machine. So, I don't know. I feel like this isn't triggering properly. Also need to find his daughter. 8 beads, yep. Alright, what is broken? Workshop, forge. 4 days left. All right. I'm not gonna have those be that damaged. And end of day, we need some more water. All right, let's end the day. Getting there. We're marching to victory here. 1 bead to go, 2 people to convince. Give water. All right, we got some big food today. Looking for depression first. Don't have a ton of it. Looking for hunger next. Okay, next. I would say right now the number one thing we need is stone for the tribute and healing herbs. Like a bajillion healing herbs. I need a stockpile rebuilt, and I'd also like to just make some of those insta-heal items. Those make doing these events far, far easier when you could just heal up and keep going. A drought. Okay. Yoink, yoink, stolen, yoink, 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 yoink. Alright, we have room for 5 food to be dried. Check our traps. We only got 1. Got our trap back. We were going to go to the pens and old sheep, you are the oldest sheep. Let's go ahead and butcher you. We have 9 meat in stock, so we do not need to hunt or fish this morning. Nut, what was your problem? Paranoia. Alright, prepare a healing item. Alright, can you please just get this taken off with this? Jeez, that was expensive. I want him back so we can get back to mining. 3 days left and we're only at 14. I am going to switch it to stone. I really would like to at least make 20 for sure, but I would like to get the 40. I don't need them to come here and poison us or take our water or whatever. All right, we're going to have a drought day, so that's a little dangerous for water. Eric could use a heal. Mo could use a heal. Shana could use a heal. Let's take Shana. Do a disease heal. Crafting. Mining camp. Increase when mining stone. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. That'll make that far more worthwhile. Definitely could make it. I should have done that earlier. I needed the iron, though. That was probably why I didn't have that done. Alright, where are we at on his traits? I wish it would just show me what was running on his screen. Okay, we're gonna lose Battle Doggy tomorrow, so we're gonna need a ton of energy. Let's do something easy this morning. Easy on energy. We'll lower her depression. I say as I pick something expensive. Yeah, that's fine. We're doing so good on wood. It's kind of whatever here. She had 70%. It greatly increases the chances of getting caught, though. That's just not. And process some of this water. We have enough water for today, even if we did nothing else. I'm gonna make that as good as I can. 15 to 23. What a roll. Okay, on the map. Put that. We're good on meat, though. Yeah, let's just leave it alone for now. 21, not bad. I may even just have her do water again, just to give the collection spot a little bit of a breather. We're kind of wearing that down pretty hard. Sisay the Shepherd. We're also rolling in wood at the moment. A second spot for mining would probably be good. She could help with that when we don't need wood. If I keep wood at about 100, we'll be just fine. Encounter. Right. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to pause you guys and get this done real quick. Man, those drunkards take a long time. They just put up all that damage resistance. Alright, well hopefully those little cuts on comment aren't too annoying for you guys, but these episodes are getting ridiculously long, and it takes forever to render the video even and upload it, so I'm trying to get this done and out of the way, so yeah, we're just going to do it, unless it's a story fight, if it's just random encounter. I think we're doing it that way. If you really hate that, post a comment and let me know, but it may be too late if you don't hurry and get that comment in, because I'm going to push forward in a marathon, try to get these all finished up. Shanad, did we get whatever you needed? I think you had just built up stat-wise problems. Alright, who else? You could actually use a wound heal. Let's get you in there. Alright, we're gonna have you. Oh. I think we're gonna do another set of water. And you, we're gonna let you rest. And we march on. Okay, we're out of healing plants. We're definitely gonna have to do that tomorrow morning, which means we also can't heal first thing in the morning. Stone knowledge. Man, remember when we used to struggle to make anything that wasn't a crappy meal? How far we have come from there. Alright, double explores. Is that literally the last spot left tomorrow? Okay, that's a different one. Skeleton climbing a windmill. And rotten bullhead. I swear both of those are already Kokum events. Maybe this one isn't. Let's do this one first. Inspect it. The head of a bull lies on a wooden table. It smells very foul. Worms are playing in the decayed orbits, eating the flesh and revealing the skull of the beast. You look around, find no signs of the rest of the body, no blood smears, nothing. Just a fully rusted knife and some small bags. We've done this event before. Examine the head. The absence of any trace of blood is driving you mad. The head couldn't have magically landed here. Try to lift it. You grab the head by the horns and lift. Underneath, you find several flowers, chalk markings. Was this head a blot for the gods? As you ponder that thought, a lump of rotting flesh and maggots from the head falls off on top of the sacrificial area. You fight bile rising in your throat. You notice something shiny among the filth. You throw the head away, crouch, and take a deep breath, and plunge your hand into the rot, because that's what we like to do. The feeling and smell are both sickening. Once you feel something hard, you remove it from the filth. You know, in my life, builders, never once have I been in a situation where I thought there was something in a really disgusting pile of something or water or something that I plunged my naked hand into. I'm just saying, there's ways around this. They are choosing to do this. You clean the trinket and your hand and the rest with water, and offering to the gods indeed. Collect the worms. Steal yourself. And some scavenging. Fish bait. That fish bait is pretty nice in the early game. And search the bags. Put it in. Of course we do. Zooming device. And she's stinky. Alright, well, we got some temp items. 2 zoomings. Those are exploration. A little late for those, unfortunately, but whatever. It is what it is. Janat, you can have both of those. We also have 5 charisma. I think we lost a bunch of charisma here. Well, yeah, let's just max it out so we have it. Wisdom. I think we're going to do to Mo. Which is kind of our second at the moment. Alright, what is damaged? You definitely can be repaired. Sure. Sure. Then you're doing a set of rope pretty soon. Okay, don't touch the stone. Alright. 1 down. Maybe last Orichalcum beat. Ruined windmill. Inspect. A bizarre contraption stands before you. It looks like a windmill, but it seems way too small to be used as such. Maybe a kind of altar? A giant skeleton is gripped onto the broken sails, frozen in what may be an attempt to prevent them from moving, or on the contrary, to help them move. The structure is in poor shape. It seems long abandoned, and yet you're under the strange impression that time flows slower around it. It's almost still. You notice a carving in the wood pane at the base of the structure. It looks like a rune. Alright, we know the drill. You have a feeling that this is an old symbol you've seen many times. Try to remember. You think this rune is the oldest version of the R rune. This is Jera, rune of the good years of harvest and thriving crops. It serves as a reminder that all things run in natural cycles. Those cycles are powerful as they serve to balance destruction and creation. It asks us to be aware of the cycles within and around us. Let's manipulate the skeleton. Sure. Eric, you're up. Whoever it was, this person looks almost like part of the grotesque sculpture. Let's remove him. You grab the skeleton's arm and try to make it release the sails. Use your muscles. We failed. Despite its frail appearance, the skeleton is sturdier than stones. You push and pull and it doesn't move an inch. You skeleton, you. You are gonna move an inch. The skeleton doesn't move, but the sails do very lightly. You don't think it's possible to remove the skeleton, but this gives you an idea. Maybe you could hang onto the other side of the mill and make the sail turn in reverse. Mimic the skeleton's pose. You grab the sail on the opposite of the skeleton and pull it towards the ground. Rotate the sails. You don't have enough leverage. Nothing moves despite your best efforts. Okay. Probe the windmill. Crafting and agility. That's a bit of an oof. Maybe there's something you still haven't thought of. Unblock the sails. You slip your hand between the cogs behind the hub, hoping to make the wheel turn on. That's how a lot of people lost their arms. Search for loose parts. After a few minutes of feeling around, nothing moves. You hear a click. However, the sails are ridiculously small and broken, and the skeleton still prevents it from turning. Maybe you could fix them, make them stronger so they could gain more traction. Crafting. Maybe it's something you haven't thought of. Repair the sails. You gather some materials found around the windmill. It's up to you to do your best to fix the broken sails. Start repairs. Okay, we failed. As one does, apparently. Alright. Eric, try again. Do better. Repair the cells. Start repairs. The repairs don't really enhance the look of the windmill, but they're solid enough to do the trick. In fact, you're pretty happy with the result. Hey, he became a builder. Nice. Hey, did you know that if you join the channel as a member, you can be a builder too, and support this channel making content that is fun and you enjoy, but maybe isn't as popular as other content on the channel, so is more likely to get discontinued if time runs low. So don't forget to support the series that you enjoy. I do have to take into account what is and isn't popular, so A great way to support the channel and encourage me to keep making the content that you enjoy. Commercial over. Okay, let's fight this darn skeleton. All right, mimic the skeleton's pose. Eric, you got this. You grab the sail at the opposite of the skeleton and pull it towards the ground. Rotate those sails. The wheel may turn if you manage to apply enough strength. You feel it? Pull down. You pull the sail down with all your weight. Slowly, very slowly, it starts to move. The skeleton's joints grind as they start to bend. Finally, they break and the bones shatter to the ground. That may be useful in the future. The sails are free again. The wheel is turning. The cycle has restarted. You feel strange relief. What to do now but wait? You wait. Minutes pass, or maybe years? The structure seems to turn to dust. You watch as a flower grows. Finally, it blooms, revealing a small metallic sphere. When you take it, you feel the warmth in your hand. 8 beads. All right. We know where we're going with that. Freya, I got your beads. Welcome, child. You have something for me? 8 orichalcum beads. You hand her the 8 of those shiny golden beads. You hope all of your efforts were not in vain. Freya seems at death's door. She doesn't even have the strength to rejoice when you give her the last beads. Oh, she looks sad. She sluggishly inserts the beads into a metallic golden breastplate and gives it to you. We get an achievement for that. Child, I don't have words anymore. We did it. We did, right? I'm really tired, sorry. I can't even reward you properly for your unfathomable effort. I can only give you the last drop of power I have in me. Keep it, please. She sighs. A shame, what a shame. Thank you, child. There's one last question I have for you. Who is behind the cataclysm, the volcano? Is it a god? She sighs. A god? There are no gods, child, only beings. I'll tell you the last secret of my people. Our techno-magi were tired of unraveling all the secrets of our world, so they looked to the void, the stars, if you prefer. They made the most important discovery one could make, but also the most dangerous one. They discovered that something ruled our world. Something ethereal, timeless, unfathomable, something hidden. His name was Lavos. A primeval entity assigned to our world. They called it the Guardian of the Earth. It's the closest thing you could call a god, I think. But it wasn't. Its purpose was cryptic for us humans. That's when he sent us the first cataclysm. There's no denying it. Our Arcaneers saw it. It was him. Then our priest engineers believed that for long as that the Guardian was here to judge our sins and punish us. It was a time of great turmoil in Atlantis. Many died at the hands of zealous preachers, but a few of us, the free thinkers, understood the truth. We saw the signs. Any time a civilization was coming closer to a certain level of mystical and techno-philosophical knowledge and starts to perceive the Guardian, he obliterates them all. His weapons are the cataclysm, or natural disasters in our case. It already happened once in the world's history. We found hidden proof. And then it happened to us. Wow, I'm speechless. But even if we stop the volcano, won't he send a tornado at us? No. The volcano is just a remnant of the cataclysm to finish the job. But as long as we don't look him in the eyes, we're safe. This knowledge is lost forever, I hope. Okay, I guess. I must enter the heart of the volcano now? Yes, please, put an end to all this. Don't let him win the game. Okay. Kill the volcano. That's pretty metal. What's next on the quest list? Let's hear. Kill 10 rats. Yeah. Find 5 sheep. Yep. Kill a volcano. All right. I want Eric to be the one that attempts this. How are you doing, Eric? Are you in good shape? Relatively. Let's get him fixed up a little bit. Lower your injury. I don't know if he's actually going to be the guy who's going to be able to do it, but I want to try. Okay. If I fix the volcano, is that victory, or do we still need to deal with Bjorn? I'm gonna try the volcano. The rewards might be worth it. Stairway to Hell. Cue the electric guitar. Inspect. Gigantic steps are carved in the rock. It's unusual. A golden, hazy light is emanating from the bottom of the stairs. As you approach, you feel humming in your head, a faint, muted heartbeat sound resonating in your whole body and under your feet. Enter. Strength and agility. He is actually up there, so that's not too bad. You stare at the entrance of the volcano. You feel your will waver for a split second. You put the Orichalcum on the Orichalcum armor. Weirdly, it's not that heavy, but very cumbersome. Will it really work? You shiver. You walk a few steps down. You feel that at the end of the stairs lies boundless power. You can feel it in the air and in your nerves. Continue. You take a deep breath and go a few steps further. A golden mist is gathering around your feet. Continue. You go down again, slowly, carefully. The golden mist is now engulfing your whole body. Continue. You go down a few more steps. The air is filled with golden mist. It's difficult to see anything anymore. Continue. We're going to hit the magma layer here pretty soon. I hope there's no candy at the bottom. You were starting to lose your senses because of the mist when you saw little shimmering lights floating in the air. They help you follow the stairs down without colliding with the walls. Continue. Oh my. You walk a few steps down. You didn't notice until now, but your head is loudly resonating with the sound of the heartbeat. You feel the earth trembling under your feet. Keeping balance is harder and harder. At last, you reach the bottom of the stairs and enter a large circular room. That's a cool-looking place. The air here is filled with power. You can almost feel it pushing you outside the room. At the center of the room, you see a circular opening. Waves of golden mist filled with glowing particles are flowing from it. The heart of the volcano, that's it. You only have to bring the skull artifact right here. You make a step, but it's like walking into an invisible wall of jelly. Every move is so hard. You're so close, you must do it. There's no turning back. Take a step. If you had the strength to take another step. Closer. One step. Closer. Be strong, Eric. You're not strong, Eric. You can't budge anymore. It's too hard. The armor's starting to crack. You are pushed back by the sheer force. You're so close. You must do it. Take a step. Closer, closer. Be strong. You can do it. You can. Hang in there. I want to take a screenshot there. You're almost there. As if the volcano knew it was going to die, it sends a last wave of power into your face. We could dodge it or endure. Our dodge is terrible. We're going to endure. Oh, you take the skull from your backpack, and in an ultimate effort, you put it in the heart of the volcano. Instantly, you feel strong. Invisible deflagration under your feet and in your whole body. The flow of power briskly stops, making you fall to your knees, and everything is silent. Tears start to flow from your eyes. After an eternity of silence, you get rid of the armor, which seems much more heavy now. Oh, we worked so hard to get all those items. You take a last look at the armor. It looks as if it's made of plain stone now. Its glowing aura has totally disappeared. As if lost in a dream, you climb the stairs. The last side effect of the curse of the island, you feel your heart is very heavy, like you lost part of yourself. If you believe what Freya said, you saved everyone on the island, but no one knows that. These events have changed you forever. Volcano Killer! Nice. Nice. Got an achievement for that. Okay, that didn't instantly win the game. Alright, Freya, can we still talk to you? Oh, I'm gonna send... Well... I'm gonna send Eric. Our survival rests on your shoulders now. I need to sleep for a century or two. Will you talk to Mora? Nope. Aw, she's all sleepy again. Thanks, Blue Grandma. Okay, whoops. Tasks. Overthrow Bjorn. Okay, so I guess that is still on our to-do list. Find some new insults. Find Grimm's daughter. Okay. And fire stove. In day. We're gonna talk about literally killing a volcano? No? Okay. You know. It was just Tuesday. Don't worry about it. Not like I'm kind of proud of that or anything, or, you know. Sure. Alright, water. Alright, anyone got depression? You do, for sure. You do. Alright, we got the big ones. I guess there's something to be said also about giving your 3-star meals to your fighters, because there's a lot of good food buffs you can pick up. We have a whole bunch of curses and stuff too that are kind of yeah, like nightmares just wore off, dislocated shoulder. We got a lot of like curses and things that we'll be wearing off shortly. All right, sunny day. How are we doing here? Dry, stolen. Check our traps. Meat, stolen. That's disappointing. We ended up with 5 meat overall. Okay, Tomo. What are your stats? You're raring to go. Back to wood chopping. Alright, you have nothing to do this morning. I'm gonna have you go get the healing plants. Get us water. Go ahead and brew that up. Okay. Dog skills. We are... Guard dog is up, Kari's doggy is going down, and battle doggy is down. Get attack up. Yeah. If I have to fight, I really would prefer to have that up. Alright, can we... Where's my mining? You. We need rope. Alright, Eric, let's go have you finish up. Not enough resources. Who's a crafting? We can make 10 rope. We're slightly short. Alright, let's have him... We'll craft one of these sage potion things. I just want something quick. Are we good here? Yes, we are. Okay. Go and harvest those up. Food-wise... 5, 6, 7, 8, and we could get like some berries to top us off. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna hunt or fish today. We're gonna finish up the exploration. For realsies. Getting some water, that's probably a good plan. Do it. Maybe, I'm gonna jinx myself just because that's what I do. I know we're not going to finish this in the next 2 days, but I think next episode might be the last. I guess it just depends on like how many of the do an event, have a night, do an event, have a night there are. But we are getting darn close. There's not a lot left on the map for us to do. You know, I mean, we still have 2 days in this episode. It's going to be an extra long one, apparently. We don't need to watch you do Battle Doggy 5 times. Okay, healing plants. Got the sheepies taken care of. Harvesting a bunch of hemp. I say bunch. Okay, 12 plus 10 plus 4. Okay, that's fine. I thought the first one that popped up was the total. I was like, really? Second mining spot's what I want. Although it's maybe too little too late, but we'll have it for next time if that happens again. 5 stone, very nice. We might actually make this. We need 13 and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more mines to go. So we would need just over 3 per mine on average. Sprained foot. And an encounter. Alright. I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to pause you guys here, and I'll bring you back after combat. All right, another successful fight. Was very smooth. Nice not having a bunch of drunkards giving each other damage resistance. All right. We march on. What do we got on our map? I believe this is it, right? Like, I'm mousing over everywhere else. Nothing else is hidden for whatever reason it was doing that. What do we have? The last one. Beast skin. I got an achievement for explore every area on the island. Okay, so we know we're done. It's a patch pelt drying. Whoever did this certainly wanted to make some nice leather. You smile, somewhat amused. This is amateur's work. The skin is clumsily pulled away and it is fixed in some places. You also notice some grayish particles flying in the wind. Is it ashes? Follow the ash. Curious, you walk into the wind to see where the ashes are coming from. As you progress, a peculiar smell comes to you and you end up on the burnt out remains of a camp. It seems recent. It's still steaming, and you distinguish reddish embers in places. It's a vision of despair, the kind of thing you'd rather not see. Then, while you watch the place, you distinguish among the remnants what you didn't want to see. What seems to be a burnt-up human body. You spot a second one a little further away, covered in ashes. While you keep looking, you distinguish a few objects that weren't devoured by the fire. Notably, some arrows and some rope you retrieve. Moreover, there's also a box that looks intact. Open it. The box is locked. How do you open it? We're going to pick the lock. You pick the lock using some tools you had, and you take everything that's in the box. Hey, cure potions. Oler's golden arrow. I believe that's plus hunting. Alright, take the skin. Alright. The pelt seems to have been abandoned for a few days given the insects crawling on it. You swiftly remove them with the wave of your hand. Despite the presence, the pelt seems to be in good condition. Undo it. You carefully undo the installation without damaging the pelt. You retrieve a few ones when you hear some noises. People, you have to hurry. Take a little more. No. You hear footsteps coming closer, so you hurry. Unfortunately, in your rush, you rip the pelts apart. Oh well, that's alright. Okay, not fixing that. Okay, Mr. Mappy. Are we good on food for today? Yeah, we said we were. We just have lots of food on the map. I think we may even just switch to using that up. Like, we're that close to what I think is victory. Alright, make me rope. You are gonna cook dinner. Fine. You are gonna rest because we're gonna need to do more buffs tomorrow. In the dryer. Could use some more berries. We need to heal anybody? Sisay could use a little bit. You know what? Let's get your disease cleared up. Keep you in tip-top shape. Alright, so explored area, chance of encounter, random area. So we've explored everything. I don't know if I even showed this off. You can actually select here. We were focusing on exploration, which gives us faster exploration speed and lowers our chances to avoid encounters. We could focus on stealth, which helps us avoid fights and lowers our speed. And we can look for a fight, which additional chances to trigger an encounter based on hunting. That's kind of interesting. But I don't think I want an encounter, or do I? I don't think I want an encounter currently. Go ahead and just harvest me some stuff up. Yeah, so we can get all that drying. In fact, we could put some meat on the dryer too. Let's actually go do this one. This has some other stuff here I want, so shoot the bird. Sorry. You notice a creepy vulture hanging on the mast of the ship guarding it. You have to make the bird go away. Kill it. You take an arrow and aim at the nasty bird. The wreckage is now clear of feathery threats, and as a side note, you procure some small game for the night. +4 meat. Alright, let's scavenge. You search the wreckage for anything useful. You quickly stumble upon the rotting corpses of the former crew. As you start searching the pockets of the poor seafarers, from the look of what's left on, there used to be merchants who salvaged whatever goods the moss didn't damage. 11 ropes. Booyah. That would have been helpful at certain points. A shepherd's crook. That's for Sissay. Alright, scavenge the wood. Bloodwood. Takes you hours of hard work to bring it back to camp. Destroying the beautiful figurehead makes you a bit sad, but who needs art? Okay, back to camp. And we're going to throw some of that on the dryer. He's resting up. Healing. Making the ropes. 3 to 5 stone. Yep, next. Okay, good heal there. A little bit of depression increasing. Okay, plenty of rope. Now we can work on some more upgrades. Dryer's my number one upgrade. Although again, if we're that close to the end, maybe I don't want to waste the resources on that. It's more of a long-term thing. I mean, we literally have hundreds of cheese at this point, and not even talking about the dried meat or berries. I do think that, like, sheep are the ultimate, because all we need to do to feed the sheep is get potable water, trade the potable water to Loki for seeds, use the seeds to plant grain, use the grain to feed the sheep, and it's not exceedingly tiring, since they could basically just do that forever. And the worst we've seen him get is stinky. That's not too bad. It's not like he's getting injuries. All right, 30. 3 harvests to go, so we need like 3.3 repeating stone per harvest to make it. All right, let's make sure we got enough water and stoke up fire in day. No talking again, wow. Okay, hydration. And, okay, I am going to take my own advice, and I'm going to give our fighters the best meals. I don't even think we need to do the depression management I've been doing, frankly. At least via food. And then, to say, you could fruit out tonight. Okay, we're all good. Next. All right. Tomorrow, so we have today, and then tomorrow will be our tribute day. Dry some food. Those berries in there. Check our traps. Meat and meat. Again, yeah, that's just enough. I don't really need to push on that. Those are fine. Check the garden. I probably should do a set of wheat. And let's double check. Where are we at on food? Yeah, let's go up to 30. 0% chance because we have 2 lambs and no adult. That's fine. Some healing plants. Water. And water. We could hunt for some pelts. I don't think we need to, though. All right, we should change this. I guess if we're doing this, we should look for fights. Alternatively, what would I have her do? Actually, I'll tell you what. You harvest that. You help with the water. All right, Eric's back on this. Crafting plans, shelter. I don't want to use up any stone at the moment. Fire, I don't need that. We don't need that. What I want the most, probably hunting camp if I could do more trappy stuff. This one right here. We need more iron. Okay. If I can't do that, pins would be next. Wool, extra meat. Right here, additional pin. Do the pin. Getting water. Which buff is down? Guard dog and battle dog is up. Guard dog's gonna go down tomorrow. I don't think we need Kari's doggy at the moment. No one's exploring. I'm just gonna hold off on that. Let's do... Play with me. Okay. What don't you like? You don't have anybody to heal. That's totally fine. You actually would be far better at that. And Solveig. 9 forestry. Okay, here. You can start crafting something. We really just don't even need that. Let's get in here. Make some more of these. Those are pretty powerful. Okay, so find the daughter. Did we ever? We did make those traps, right? We must have. No, we had to abort. Change of plans. Let's work on this. We don't have the... that's probably just gonna have to go into next time. Alright. Fix. Just gotta stay away from stone. Don't do anything that needs stone. A cooking pot definitely could use it. I don't want to fail because I repaired something, though. Okay, next. It's too bad we can't trade Loki something for just metal ore. Let's speed through these ones. We're gonna get water, gonna get fruit, gonna get healing herbs, take care of the sheep. We get wood, we got 4 stone. We need 6 stones. We need 3 and 3, and that will get us there. Just to be careful, Nut, what do you have stat-wise? You're perfectly fine. You're not having any penalties. Moria leveled. Hunger, depression resistance. Sure, depression resistance. You actually could use a heal. And that's on injuries, wounds. Crafting, make dinner. Hopefully fine. Ari. I'm just gonna have her do some woodwork. I just really don't even need the fight, frankly. What doesn't it like? Nothing to be done. Alright, come over here and you can work on the garden. No harvest possible. You are also kind of sick. What a good problem to have. Alright, just get some more water. Alright, we'll run that. Healing plants. We finish the pin. Finish the potion. We get water. We get food. Wood and stone. We got 5 stone. Alright, so we're basically guaranteed. As long as I don't spend stone, we're good. Let's deal with the water. Good to go there. In day. Oh, it's in sight. It's so in sight. Finish line. Everyone's dehydrated. That's why we always make sure we have enough water. Alright. Fighters get the best meal first. Then it doesn't really matter. Then we're going to dole out some fruit. And next. Easy peasy. Alright, Mr. Tribute. Hopefully this will be the last tribute we ever pay. Elof is pretty dang bold once we found where he sleeps. That's all I'm saying. Pretty bold. There's no way they can prove it was us. Alright, you're going to be getting water. You're going to go take care of the sheep. Actually, didn't Sisse need some healing? Wasn't that his thing? Yeah, you need a disease heal. Heal diseases. Craft me. We do more pins? We can do the last pin. You know what? Do it, just so I can say I did. Alright, we only need 1 stone. If I move you over to no focus, we're guaranteed 1 stone. But I could also get the iron I need for other projects. Check my traps. Meat and meat. Set and set. We're golden. Man, if we had the rest of those trapping upgrades. We've also lucked out quite a bit on traps not breaking. Really is not worth using traps until you have those skills. They're just too expensive otherwise. Alright, we said we needed Battle Doggy back up. And you... I don't want to actually queue something here because I want to make sure I can do the traps. So... Here, take care of the sheep. Let's go. Used up rope, got water, got fruit, healed sheep, got wood, got 2 stone, and nothing else. Here comes the human garbage again. Oh, if we could just make this quick. Hello, hello, my little piglets. Tribute time. Hand over your precious resources to Uncle Elof. Alright, here's your 40 stone. Here, we don't want any trouble. Ah, if you haven't understood yet, you're in deep. You're dumber than I thought. Next tribute from Master Bjorn, praise be his name, 70 rope. Bye-bye, my little ponies. Yeah, I'll give you 1 rope and I'll tell you what you can do with it, buddy. Alright, cooking pot, let's get you fixed. I am going to need more stone. Boy, look at that stone station. 53% again. That's so bad. Alright, you can get some healing plants. Let's just go to no focus. And Shana, grab that. Go here. Recipes. Run food. Good to go. Sisse is good. Anyone else need to tag out for healing? You actually. Let's get her sickness down too. Deal with the water situation. Okay, and next. Okay, what a long one here. I feel like these tributes have gotten longer. Tribute 10 days. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't it 5 or 7 when we started? Is this why my episodes have gotten ridiculously long and I just never noticed that our tribute times were going up? I'm gonna go back and watch some of my own videos later. No wonder we're getting up to like 3-hour episodes here. Even when I'm trying to make them quickly. I see you, dead in Vinland. I see you. I guess that does give us a little bit of relief for some of these stupid long, like, 70 freaking ropes. Alright, we get some stuff, we get some wood, we get 1 stone. Wow, literally 1 stone, dude. Wow. Okay, right. Alright, repair things. Yep. I actually want to repair our cooking pot if it needs it. It's okay. Alright, workshop. pins, lumber camp, and mining camp. All right, we have fire, we have water. Let's end the day. All right, the final one for this one. Whew, I feel like I ran a marathon. I thought I was going to be recording for about an hour and a half, 2 hours today. Was not the case, apparently. All right, fighters get the best food first. They like to move around on the bench just to confuse me. I feed everyone else. You're hungrier than Eric is. You know what, Eric? Have a cheese. There you go, man. Enjoy. In all honesty, we could just stop cooking at this point and live off of cheese, I think, for the rest of the game. My pack rat, my inner pack rat coming out here. We actually never had but one situation where we had some people who were getting really hungry / starving. And I think it was my own fault because I accidentally didn't feed people one night. And it just took us a hot minute to like recoup. So definitely did really, really good on the food this time around. And as always, we end every episode with some rain. Very, very, very good, Dead in Vinland. Okay, give this one a like and a comment if you too hate volcanoes and want to kill them. Also, become a builder. Dead in Vinland says so. So, you know, if you've made it through like 20, 30 hours of Dead in Vinland, you should definitely consider it. Okay, builders, get out there and build yourself a giant sheep pen, and I will catch you in the next one. Probably the last episode of Dead in Vinland. Babel signing out.